Now back here at home, checking out the weather. Sunshine out there today. We have some rain in tonight's forecast, but some of you may want rain if you've started planting for spring.
ABC 7 meteorologist Mike Kaplan keeping it green. He's at the Chicago Botanic Garden, and he's creating some spring flowering baskets. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Alan and Linda, it is a rare opportunity this April to see some sunshine out here. So we thought it would be a great day to come out here to the Chicago Botanic Garden and talk about getting the colors going in your own garden. And this is what I'm going to try and make here. And if you think I can do it all by myself, you're wrong. I got to go to the expert. Heather Sherwood, good to see you again.
Hi.
Making a spring basket, how do we get started doing it right?
Well, hopefully you have something from last year like I did. This is my container from my house from last year.
That's what mine looks like usually after about a week or so.
A little bit of water, you know, helps every now and again. But the first thing you want to do is start taking out the old plants from last year.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. You're going to make a mess, definitely. So have a little fun with it. Maybe bring some kids, but definitely keep it clean.
There's stuff you can save right there. And if you don't have one, you can always buy a new one.
Exactly.
All right. What's the next step after you've got your basket kind of ready to go? What is this here?
This is a moss lining, and they come pre-formed for the baskets.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can also buy big blankets that you could put into any size container to make it. And
All
because we're talking about a side-planted baskets, when you're hanging a basket, usually you don't see the top. You see
That's
the sides
right.
and the bottoms more often.
So you put these holes in here,
Yeah,
see? Right like
so
that.
That's where we're going to plant up. And the first thing you want to do is add a little bit of soil.
All right. Why don't I put some of this potting mixture down in here and get it
fill
ready to
right
go.
up.
And this is organic material here, so plants are going to just take right off in no time.
I like using the organic soil in containers and baskets especially.
Is that enough to get the side thing started?
Definitely.
Okay. See, here's how we got that ready to go.
Yep.
And then you want to put one of these in? Is that the next step?
Yeah, that's the next step if you want to take it out of the pot.
All right, what is this, by the way?
This is a nemesia, and it's called juicy fruit. It's got beautiful flowers.
I had amnesia one time, but I forgot about it. All right, so we bust up the root ball a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, how do you get it through?
Yeah, that's the challenging part. You got to, I say, kind of squeeze it like a ponytail.
Yeah.
Well, girls have ponytails.
Right.
And then you find the hole, and you gently...
Here, let me move that so we get a
So
shot.
you can
Oh,
see.
look at that.
Yeah, and then it's going to come through. And the nice thing about this nemesia is it's kind of a flat plant, and it'll crawl all over the place.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look, we're already looking good here, and then we're going to put a few more in here. Let's talk a little bit about the weather. It is nice. We've got sunshine out here, and temperatures that have made it into the 40s and even 50s across the area. But all good things must come to an end, Heather. More rain is on the way. See, the clouds have been thickening up. We'll talk about when that rain is going to arrive and look ahead to the Easter weekend forecast when you may want to have something like this on display just a couple minutes. So we'll pick up on this here a little bit, keeping it green at the CBG. Alan and Linda, back to you. While we were gone, Heather and I have gotten a little farther along here with the spring basket. As we were saying, you want to get some side interest in here so that you don't just have stuff at the top where no one can see it unless they're standing on a foot ladder. So you put the violas here in the sides, looking lovely. Now we're ready to start topping it off, right?
Yep, and you just want to leave a little bit of a reservoir for watering up here. And now we're going to add in some more of the nemesia.
Okay.
And we're going to alternate it. And you don't ever have to plant plants perfectly upright. You can actually tip them to the sides. So that's what I would recommend because they're going to all automatically
kind of lean anyway toward the sun, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's what we want to do.
That makes it easier. I don't have to worry about making it super neat.
And you don't have to fill in the center with baskets because that's where you're going to want to water. And you really don't see the centers, you see the sides.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to add most of the plant material too.
You leave the center mainly open, or maybe if you had something taller in there, it could maybe work.
Well, one of my favorite things to add is a vine into the basket so that it actually tendrils up onto the supports that it's growing off of.
Okay.
So,
well, we're coming along pretty good here with our spring basket, Heather. We're going to wrap this baby up and also talk about something you can put inside the home that's edible in just a couple of minutes. So stay tuned for that. Alan, Linda, back to you.
Okay, it's looking good.
It sure is.
Picture and the plant, too.
Yeah. ABC 7's Mike Kaplan, live once again from the Chicago Botanic Garden. Hi, Mike.
Well, our hanging basket of spring flowers is almost done out here. Heather Sherwood, what do we want to do to kind of finish this? We've attached the hanging hooks, and you mentioned wanting to get something that would run up these chains.
yeah, these are sweet peas right here, and I love adding sweet peas because they do. They come and the little tendrils connect to the chains, and they will race right up this. fabulous scent to them as well.
Awesome,
It's one of
awesome.
my favorite things.
So here's the finished product. The thing weighs a ton, too,
Yes.
so make sure you got it hooked up to something sturdy. But you got good side interest there, which, as you mentioned, is a critical component. Now, we also want to talk about these lettuce baskets that you put together here.
Yeah.
And we got one that's potted a couple weeks ago in various stages of development. This is what type of mix?
This is a mescaline mix of lettuce. You can start it on your windowsill and put it outside on the nights that it's not going to freeze. And you should eat lettuce probably 2 to 3 times a week, picking off of them.
Really?
At this
And
stage.
it's tasty and delicious.
It
and
is.
and when it gets cold, you just bring it. Oh, that's very good. Put a little ranch dressing on there. We got ourselves a salad. But yeah, you can have salads that you're growing yourself. Just remember to bring them in because we're probably going to have some colder nights ahead yet. Sorry.
Oh.
And it's gotten cloudier out here, too. Let's look at the 7-day forecast, Heather. We're talking about chance of scattered showers coming into the area from the south tonight. They'll continue off and on tomorrow. A case could be made for putting a shower in every day of the 7-day forecast. But I refuse to do it. I think Jerry doesn't want to do it either. So we'll see what he does at 5, 6, and 10. But most of Easter should be dry. I think maybe some showers coming in. Well, this has been great. Doesn't cost a lot of money to make this.
No.
You know, you're not talking about a huge investment there. And do remember, you get those cold nights, when you do a basket like this and you put it out early, bring it in or you're going to lose all
Or
of it.
cover it with a blanket or an old sheet or something if you have it.
Absolutely. Great advice. Good project. We're going to let Heather take this bad boy home. Hope you've enjoyed our segment of Keeping It Green out here at the Chicago Botanic Garden. It's beautiful. The digitalis, the foxglove over here, is in full bloom. Bulbs really starting to come up. It's looking gorgeous out here. Back to you guys in the studio. Linda and Alan.
Great, it is pretty, those
Okay, Mike.
baskets. Thanks
so
very
much.
much.